4 ways estrogen is creeping into your system without you realizing. So estrogen is a big problem because it causes issues with infertility, your physique, the way you look, the way you feel, your mood, sleep, self-esteem, a lot of psychological things. The mood tends to be a lot more up and down, a lot more unpredictable, a lot less stable. So there's a whole bunch of issues with estrogen. It's becoming increasingly problematic and common in today's world. And there's 4 kind of main general areas where the excess estrogen comes from. And if you can get these 4 sorted, it's kind of a problem you can just tick off and never worry about ever again. And once that's down, your testosterone tends to come up as a result almost every time. So the first one, and if you've been familiar with my content, you'll know this one: body fat percentage. So once it's well over 15, the fat cells are just estrogenic at that point inherently. You need some fat obviously to survive. Less is not always better. If you've got 3% body fat, you're probably going to die. That's not good for testosterone. But once you go well beyond 15, it's just estrogenic at that point. So that's the first point: get your body fat down. The second one is high stress levels. So when your cortisol is constantly elevated, it tends to cause your body to have more aromatase. So more of the stuff that would normally get converted into testosterone tends to keep going and then get turned into estrogen via aromatization. And so that's what chronic cortisol does for you. Not a little bit in the morning to get you out of bed, or a little bit during a training session to get you through the rest of the training. The chronic stuff, so when it's like 24 hours, that kind of thing. So that's number 2. Number 3 is an estrogenic diet. And the obvious stuff here is things like drinking beer and phytoestrogens and IPAs and that kind of stuff. That's the obvious stuff. And soy lattes. The less obvious stuff is things like sugar. And a big one that a lot of guys like carnivore and keto guys just don't go into at all because it doesn't fit their branding is not consuming anti-estrogens, things like broccoli and cruciferous veg and that, because those kinds of foods will bring your estrogen down irrespective of body fat. So that's the diet side of things. That's point number 3. The 4th one is something that's relatively new, come out in the past few decades. Our ancestors didn't have to worry about this, but it's environmental estrogens, so things like the tap water, body care products, perfumes, deodorants, that kind of stuff. Plastics being a massive one. So you just have to do what you can in that area. But I would say that is number 4. It's no use obsessing over that stuff if you're 30% body fat. So that's probably the 4th thing to tick off. If you need more help with this, click the link in the bio. I've got quite a few ebooks that will help you out with that. But other than that, I hope that has been helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.